Pennsylvania was the second state to join the United States of America on December 12, 1787. It's commonly nicknamed the Keystone State, but also known as the Quaker State. It has a population of 12.78 million people, making it the fifth most populous state. Pennsylvania is bordered by the state of New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, West Virginia, Ohio, and New York. With a total of 46,055 square miles, 119,283 square kilometers of land and water, it is the 33rd largest state. The capital of Pennsylvania is Harrisburg, which is located in southeast of the center of the state. Here are the following 15 impressive facts about Pennsylvania. 1. People might have been living in Pennsylvania for as many as 19,000 years. It is believed that the Americas were populated by a group of people referred to as the Paleo-Indians. They traveled by land from the far east of modern-day Russia across the Bering Strait into modern-day Alaska sometime around 13,000 BC. This was possible during the period as the Bering Strait was actually a land bridge during the stages of the last ice age. An archaeological site called the Meadowcroft Shelter, located just 27 miles 43 kilometers away from Pittsburgh, holds items that indicate that people have been living in the region for much longer than commonly believed. Spear tips and knives recorded from the site have been radiocarbon dated to be as old as 16,000, if not 19,000 years old. Number 2, there were a number of Native American tribes living in Pennsylvania when Europeans arrived. Other tribes such as the Lenape and Shawnee Spook varieties of the Algonquian language. This list is not exclusive, as there were many more tribes living in the region, especially when we take into account the fact that many tribes disappeared without a trace when European diseases ravaged the land. Number 3, the first Europeans to explore Pennsylvania were British. Exploration of the Americas kicked off in 1492 after Christopher Columbus, in service of Spanish monarchs, circumnavigated the world. In 1497, John Cabot, an Italian in the service of the English crown, became the first European to actually explore the coastline of North America. Even the French passed by, mapping parts of Pennsylvania from a distance in 1524. As far as records show, the first European to actually set foot in the region was the English explorer John Smith in 1608. Number 4, the first Europeans to colonize parts of Pennsylvania were actually Swedish. Back in the 17th century, Sweden was also a major naval power, and they too attempted to stake their claim in North America. In 1638, the colony of the New Sweden was founded on the banks of the Delaware River at the site of modern-day Wilmington, Delaware. Later in 1643, the governor of New Sweden established the colony's capital on Tinicum Island within the bounds of the modern-day Pennsylvania, making it the first European settlement in Pennsylvania. Number 5, the Pennsylvania colony was founded as a place of religious freedom. In 1682, much of today's state of Pennsylvania was granted to William Penn by King Charles of England. William Penn was the son of the famous admiral and an early member of the Society of Friends, or Quakers, a new and persecuted Christian sect. The Pennsylvania colony was named by King Charles after William Penn's father. Written into the colony's constitution since its founding were laws and charters which allowed freedom of religion for those who chose to live in Pennsylvania, provided they were Christian, of course. As a result, many Amish and Mennonite settlers first came to North America via Pennsylvania. Number 6, Pennsylvania was the second state to join the United States of America. The Pennsylvania colony, for the most part, shared the sentiments of the North American British colonies. In the build-up to the American Revolution, people from all backgrounds and classes were tired of unfair taxation without any form of representation. When the Revolution began, the people of Pennsylvania stood ready. Much of the greatest battles of the Revolution were fought within Pennsylvania, as it was seen to be a key to victory. The United States Constitution was drafted in 1787, following Britain's defeat. The first former colony to ratify the Constitution was Delaware, with Pennsylvania ratifying it. Next on December 12, 1787. Number 7. One of the most important battles of the American Civil War took place in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was a key member of the Union, raising some 360,000 soldiers and contributing large amounts of vital military equipment. It was also the site of many skirmishes and battles, large or small. The most critical of these battles was the Battle of Gettysburg in 1863. 104,256 Union soldiers held back some 70,000 or more Confederate troops over the course of the 3 days. Defeated, the Confederates fled south, making this one of the most pivotal battles in the American Civil War. It was also the bloodiest, with 46,000 Union and 51,000 Confederate casualties. Number 8. President Abraham Lincoln delivered one of the most important speeches in U.S. history in Pennsylvania. In 1863, the site of the Battle of Gettysburg was turned into the National Cemetery of Gettysburg. The cemetery itself was built to honor the sacrifice of the brave Union soldiers who gave their lives for the United States. The cemetery's dedication ceremony was held on November 19, 1863. And would have been an uneventful one if not for the awe-inspiring speech that President Abraham Lincoln delivered. In the Gettysburg Address, Lincoln spoke passionately on themes relating to the founding of the United States. Number 9. There's a good reason Pennsylvania is nicknamed the Keystone State. Every time someone refers to Pennsylvania as the Keystone State, they honor the central role of the state and the colony. The state gains its nickname for its central political and economical role in shaping both the colonies and the United States at its founding. Number 10. Pennsylvania is the potato chip capital of the U.S. It seems that Pennsylvania is just a little bit mad about snack, but most particularly the humble potato chip. So much so that Hanover, Pennsylvania claims more potato chip and other snack like pretzels and chocolate are produced in the surrounding counties than any other one location worldwide. Number 11. A fire has been burning in Pennsylvania since 1962. Back in 1890, the town of Centralia, Pennsylvania, was a bustling coal mining town of 2,700 people. While the Great Depression greatly reduced the town production of coal mining continued until 1962. In May 1962, the city council decided to try and clean up the region, and in the process attempted to reduce their overflowing landfill by setting fire to it. The fire's blazes managed to accidentally set fire to neighboring coal mines, an event which closed all other coal mines due to the growing coal fire. All attempts to extinguish it failed. In 1992, the United States Congress bought out all remaining residents and removed all but a few stubborn residents. Number 12. Pennsylvania is home to the oldest gas station in the U.S. It's about 160 kilometers east of Pittsburgh, and filling up your gas at a living piece of U.S. history, Reichard's gas station. Located in Altoona, Pennsylvania, Reichard's has been continuously operating since it first started selling gasoline in 1909. Reichard's actually started off as a blacksmith, and it was common during the beginning of 20th century for gasoline to be purchased from blacksmith. As the automobile industry grew, Reichard's converted into a full-time gas station. Number 13. A small town in Pennsylvania is known as the mushroom capital of the world. In the 1800s, the Quakers, the early European settlers of Pennsylvania, brought a bunch of mushroom spores and started to grow them in and around the town of Kennett Square. Fast forward to 21st century, and the region now produces more than 1 million pounds 453,592 kilograms of various mushrooms annually. It's not just Kennett Square, it's most of Chester County, which Kennett Square belongs. The county itself produces more than 50% of the entire annual U.S. mushroom crop. Number 14. The Philly cheesesteak was invented in 1930s. In 1930, a man by the name of Pat Olivieri had a small hot dog stand just outside the Italian market in the south side of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Number 15. Pennsylvania is home to the largest Amish community in the U.S. Pennsylvania colony was founded as a haven for persecuted Christian sects. which lead to large number of Amish people flocking to the colony in the 18th century. The Amish were persecuted because of their more conservative, traditional beliefs, and they found the new colony the perfect place to practice their religion freely. One Amish community in particular, located in the modern-day Lancaster County, goes all the way back to 1720s, and is not only the oldest, but the largest Amish community in the US. These days, the community measure is around 30,000 people, a number that has actually doubled within the last few decades.